This is part two on fighting the adoption beast. This is the solution section. In order to fight this adoption beast, adoptees, listen to me close. Crying, sharing emotions, sharing our experiences is healthy for us. It's what we need to heal. It's what we need to commune with other adoptees. It's what we need to make our community stronger. But to slay this beast, it's not going to do it. We have to sue these agencies, governmental agencies, adoption agencies, so that they are forced to provide us with free health care for life of our choosing. That's very important. Of our choosing. There are many forms of therapies. And the reason I say of our choosing, because I also said Big Pharma is another head of the Hydra. So letting them choose your therapy will have them just load you up with more pharmaceutical meds. No. And if that's what you need, let that be on your decision. There's somatic therapy, there's different non-pharmaceutical therapies that are good. We need to come together as adoptees and do mass class action lawsuit, whatever it's called, against these agencies so that they are forced to provide, because they benefited off of our trauma. That's why this is applicable. They benefited off of your trauma, your tears. They benefited off you being separated from your family. All those nights you wondered about what your family looked like. All those nights that you cried because your adoptive family never accepted you or were abusive to you. You cried because you heard about the stats of the suicidality rate being higher for adoptees and transracial adoptees. You've cried because you've faced racism, but no one got your back. You've cried because you just did not belong. You've cried because no one is listening to you, because the story of adoption, the blind sides, the losing Isaiah, the glorifying of adoption is drowning out your voice so much to where you're screaming. You're screaming and no one's paying attention on purpose. People are looking the other way because adoption is an industry. Money for flesh. Human trafficking. It's human trafficking light, but it's human trafficking. Because you're traumatized, because you have that primal wound, because you may have nightmares of being taken away, because you have that constant burning question, what would my life have been like if I were raised with my biological family? Because you pass other families and you feel that you're triggered into depression just by seeing other families loving each other, because you feel empty, because you feel confused, because you do not know what to do with your life, because you do not know what your grandpa did, what your grandma did. All that pain, all that trauma. And you go to seek the right therapist, and the therapists don't know how to treat you because they don't know they've never been in a transracial adoptee, so you're teaching them to treat you. So you got to give them books on how to treat you. You need to make these agencies pay for all of that because they benefited off of that. Your pain, your trauma, your hurt, your tears. They can make money off of that, so now it's time for them to pay. And pay big. Am I wrong? What other person would go through that much pain, that much trauma, and not want restorative justice. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Non-adoptees. Non-adoptees just troll. They don't know what it's like being an adoptee, and they just troll. They want to see your reaction. They get gratification, they get pleasure off of triggering you. So you're gonna have to discipline your mind in dealing with these non-adoptees because they're just there to trigger you. They're there because it's entertainment for them. But once this adoption beast gets put under legal consequences, non-adoptees will get right. You take the heads off of the beast. When the beast falls, everybody else will fall in line. So that is what must happen. We must come together. We must get our law game up. Because if we don't, the beast will go untouched, and you're going to get more. You may possibly get more movies with white savior tropes, beautiful adoption stories, and you can yell and scream at that all you want. And yes, we adoptees feel you. But that's not going to stop the beast. All right. If you get a chance, listen to my adoptee album, Beat Politics. It's old, but it's hip hop about my adoptee experiences. I'm not the best lyricist or rapper, but it's something I had to make. So it was made out of healing necessity. So go to my Spotify and check that out. I got other adoptee songs and whatever. I want you to have a great week. And remember, adoptees, your feelings are valid. The world may not listen to you. TV may not listen to you. But we adoptees, we feel you. We're here for you. Your words are valid. You are valid. Never forget.